Wife's best friend tried to seduce me. The doorbell rang, shattering the warm and cozy atmosphere that enveloped our modest dining room. My name is Steven, and I have been happily married to Hannah for 3 years now. Our love grew stronger with each passing day. However, tonight would challenge our trust in a way we never expected. Steven, can you get the door? It might be Susan. Hannah called out of the kitchen, her voice slightly muffled by the clattering of pots and pans. Sure thing, honey, I replied as I stood up from my chair and made my way to the front door. As I swung the door open, there stood Susan, her fiery red dress hugging her curves like a second skin. Her smile was wide, almost predatory, and her eyes seemed to pierce through me. Hi, Stephen. So nice to see you again, she said, stepping inside without waiting for an invitation. Susan's fingers caressed my arm as she passed, sending a shiver down my spine. This isn't right, I thought, feeling a mix of unease and guilt. Hey, Susan, nice to see you too, I said, trying to maintain a polite tone. Hannah is just finishing up in the kitchen. Perfect timing, Susan said, and she came to the living room. She leaned in closer to me, her breath hot in my ear. I have been looking forward to this evening. Throughout dinner, Susan kept flirting with me. With each passing moment, her hand would find mine under the table or her foot would brush against my leg. It was impossible not to notice, yet Hannah remained blissfully unaware. Darling, I will go fetch the wine from the cellar, Hannah announced after dessert, leaving Susan and me alone at the table. Finally, Susan whispered seductively, leaning in and attempting to press her lips against mine. Stop! I exclaimed, pulling back. The temptation was there, a fleeting moment of weakness that threatened to betray my love for Hannah, but I couldn't do it. I had to stay true to my wife. Get out, I snarled, anger flaring in my chest. I won't let you destroy what I have with Hannah. Susan's eyes widened in surprise, and I could see the hurt flicker across her face. But I didn't care. She had crossed a line. Come on, Stephen. We are meant to be together. Just forget Hannah. She's not worth it. Look at me. Look at my body. Can you imagine the things we could do together? She answered and tried to seduce me again. I don't want to imagine anything. Yes, you are a pretty woman and you have a pretty body. But in the end, we will all end up old and our bodies won't be pretty. Only good memories will remain, and I intend to keep my good memories with my wife Hannah and not with her wicked friend. I answered and got quite angry that she even tried to talk to me like this. Do you really refuse this? She asked me and tried to take off her dress in the kitchen. Stop it. I don't want to see anything. Are you out of your mind? Do you think you can just come here and do these things? You can't be even serious. My wife trusts you, and you try to betray her like this? You are a crazy woman. Crazy woman, I cried out. Don't be ridiculous. It could be a quickie, and Hannah will never find out. Never. It is just you and me. Now come and don't mess it up. She giggled and tried to push me towards her. But I pushed her back and told her, you need to leave, now. I am not choosing you. I am choosing Hannah. She is the love of my life. You just can't steal my heart because all my heart belongs to Hannah. Now, get out, I yelled at her. Fine, she spat, grabbing her purse and marching towards the door. But don't think she'll believe you over me. The front door just slammed just as Hannah emerged from the cellar, a bottle of wine in hand. Her brow furrowed in confusion, and she looked at me with concern. Stephen, why did Susan just storm out? She asked, fear lacing her voice. Taking a deep breath, I confessed everything. Hannah, she tried to seduce me. I could never cheat on you, so I told her to leave. Hannah stared at me, her expression unreadable. Then she set the wine down and pulled me into a tight embrace. Thank you for being honest, she whispered. Our trust had been tested, but it only served to strengthen our bond. The end of the story. Please like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon for far more stories, animated content, manga captions, and all of it. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for your support.